Dr. Amanda Clark stood by the big window of the space station. She watched the strange alien ship come closer. The ship looked like a giant crystal floating in space. It was beautiful, but also scary. Amanda had never seen anything like it before. Space Station orbited around Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Amanda had been working here for 3 years. She was a doctor who studied how different creatures had babies. But today was special. Today, aliens were coming to visit. The alien ship moved slowly toward their station. Amanda could see lights blinking on its surface. The ship was much bigger than she thought it would be. It was at least 10 times bigger than their station. Amanda felt her heart beat faster. "Dr. Clark, they are asking to dock," said Captain Helen Brooks over the radio. Helen was the boss of the station. She was a strong woman with short gray hair. "Are you ready for this?" Amanda took a deep breath. "Yes, Captain, I'm ready." The aliens had sent messages to Earth 6 months ago. They called themselves the Zelani. They said they wanted to learn about how humans had babies. This seemed strange to Amanda at first. Why would aliens care about human babies? The Zelani had explained that they were scientists. They traveled around the galaxy studying how different creatures reproduced. They had heard about humans and wanted to see for themselves. The Zelani said that human reproduction was very different from anything they had seen before. Amanda walked to the docking bay. Dr. Lisa Warren was already there. Lisa was Amanda's best friend and work partner. She had brown hair and always wore glasses. Lisa looked nervous. "Are you scared?" Lisa asked. "A little," Amanda said, but also excited. This is the most important day of our lives. The docking bay was large and white. There were about 20 people waiting. Everyone who worked on the station wanted to see the aliens. Most of them had never seen an alien before. Some people looked scared. Others looked curious. Captain Brooks stood at the front of the group. She wore her best uniform. Next to her was Dr. Kevin Ross. Kevin was the station's main doctor. He was tall and had black hair. Kevin looked calm, but Amanda could see he was nervous too. The alien ship connected to their station with a loud clang. Everyone jumped at the sound. Then there was silence. Amanda could hear her own breathing. She wondered what the aliens would look like. A door opened in the wall. Steam came out first. Then a figure appeared. Amanda gasped. The alien was not what she expected. The alien was tall, about 7 feet. Its body was covered in what looked like crystal. The crystal was blue and seemed to glow with its own light. The alien had 4 eyes, all in a row across its face. It had 2 arms and 2 legs, but they were longer than human arms and legs. "Greetings," the alien said. Its voice came from a small box on its chest. "I am Senior Biologist Kethver. We thank you for welcoming us to your station." Captain Brooks stepped forward. "Welcome to Europa Station. I am Captain Helen Brooks. We are honored to meet you." More aliens came through the door. There were 5 of them in total. They all looked similar, but their crystals were different colors. One was green, one was purple, one was yellow, and one was red. They all carried strange devices. Kethver looked around the docking bay. His 4 eyes moved in different directions. "Your station is very interesting. We have never seen construction like this." "Thank you," Captain Brooks said. "Would you like use to show you around?" "Yes, please," Kethver said. "But first, we must understand something. We have traveled very far to study human reproduction. In our galaxy, we have studied 12 different species. But humans are different, very different." Amanda stepped forward. "I'm Dr. Amanda Clark. I study reproduction too. I'll be working with you." Kethver's 4 eyes focused on Amanda. "Dr. Clark, we are very excited to learn from you. Our species reproduces very simply. We divide into 2 parts, like a cell. It takes only a few hours and causes no pain. But HUMA's humans are different. How are we different? Amanda asked. Your process takes months. Your offspring must physically exit the parent's body. This seems very difficult, Kethver said. His crystal body changed from blue to a lighter color. Lisa stepped forward. I'm Dr. Lisa Warren. I've prepared lots of information about human reproduction. I think you'll find it very interesting. One of the other aliens, the one with green crystals, made a sound like music. Kethver listened and then spoke. Junior researcher Velthi says she is very curious about the pain aspect. In our studies, no species experiences pain during reproduction. This is very unusual. Amanda and Lisa looked at each other. They had not thought about how strange human birth might seem to aliens. For humans, pain during childbirth was normal. But maybe it was not normal for other creatures. We will explain everything, Amanda said. But maybe we should start with the basics. Would you like to see our medical bay? The aliens all moved their heads in a way that seemed like nodding. Captain Brooks led the group out of the docking bay. As they walked through the station, the aliens looked at everything with great interest. The hallways of the station were narrow, but the aliens moved easily. Their long legs made them walk differently than humans. Amanda noticed that they made no sound when they walked. Your species builds with metal, Kethvar observed. We build with living crystal. It grows as we need it to grow. That sounds amazing. Lisa said, how do you control the growth? We sing to it, Kethvar said. Each crystal responds to different songs. It is how we make our ships and homes. They reached the medical bay. It was a large room with white walls and bright lights. There were beds for patients and lots of medical equipment. The aliens spread out to look at everything. This is where human babies are born, Amanda explained. When a human woman is ready to have her baby, she comes here. The yellow alien maid. Musical sounds. Kethver listened and then spoke. Senior researcher Mithil wants to know why the parent needs special equipment. Do human babies not emerge naturally? Well, they do emerge naturally, Amanda said. But sometimes we need to help, and we want to make sure both the mother and baby are safe. The aliens looked confused. Their crystals changed colors rapidly. Amanda realized that the idea of needing help during reproduction was completely foreign to them. In our species, Kethver explained, when it is time to reproduce, we simply split. One becomes two. Both parts are healthy and complete. There is no danger. Human birth is more complicated, Lisa said. But that's what makes it special. The mother has to be very strong. The red alien made soft musical sounds. Kethver nodded. Researcher Thelvan asks if human mothers ever do not survive the process. Amanda felt sad. Sometimes. But our medicine is very good now. Most mothers and babies are fine. The aliens were quiet for a moment. Their crystals all turned darker colors. Amanda could tell they were thinking hard about what she had said. This is very serious, Kethver said finally. Your species risks death to create new life. This is not logical by our understanding. Maybe not logical, Amanda said. But it's how we are. It's how we've always been. Captain Brooks showed the aliens to their quarters. They would stay on the station for 2 weeks to study human reproduction. Amanda and Lisa would teach them everything they wanted to know. As the aliens settled in, Amanda thought about what they had said. She had never thought of human birth as strange or dangerous. It was just normal. But seeing it through alien eyes made her realize how remarkable it really was. That night, Amanda could not sleep. She kept thinking about the aliens and their questions. Tomorrow, she would start teaching them about human pregnancy and birth. She wondered how they would react when they learned the full truth about how human babies came into the world The aliens seemed so peaceful and gentle. Their reproduction was simple and painless. Amanda wondered if they would be able to understand why humans went through so much difficulty to have children, but she was excited to find out. This was the chance of a lifetime. She was going to be the first human to teach aliens about human reproduction. It was scary and exciting at the same time. Amanda finally fell asleep, dreaming of crystal aliens and human babies, wondering what tomorrow would bring. The next morning, Amanda woke up early. She felt nervous and excited at the same time. Today was the day she would teach the aliens about human reproduction. She had never taught aliens before. She hoped they would understand. Amanda met Lisa in the dining hall. Lisa was drinking coffee and looking at her notes. She had been working on the presentation for weeks. "Are you ready for this?" Amanda asked. Lisa looked up from her papers. "I think so. But I'm worried about how they'll react. Yesterday they seemed shocked just by the basic idea." "We'll take it slow," Amanda said. "We'll start with the simple parts." The aliens had requested to meet in the main conference room. It was the biggest room on the station, with a large table and comfortable chairs. Amanda and Lisa set up their equipment. They had pictures, videos, and models to show the aliens. The aliens arrived exactly on time. They moved quietly into the room. Their crystals were bright blue today, which Amanda thought might mean they were excited or curious. "Good morning," Kethvar said through his translator. "We are eager to learn about your reproduction process." Amanda smiled. "Good morning. We're happy to teach you." The aliens sat down around the table. They placed strange devices in front of them. The devices looked like small crystals that glowed softly. "These are our recording devices," Kethvar explained. "We will document everything we learn. This information will be very valuable to our people." Lisa started the presentation. She turned on a large screen that showed a picture of human cells. Human reproduction begins when two special cells come together, one from the male and one from the female. The aliens leaned forward to look at the screen. Their four eyes moved independently, looking at different parts of the image. "This is similar to some species we have studied," said Velfi, the green alien. "But what happens next?" "The cells combine and start to grow," Lisa explained. "This growth happens inside the female's body. It takes about 9 months for the baby to be fully formed." The aliens made musical sounds to each other. Their crystals started changing colors rapidly. Amanda could tell they were having a discussion. "9 months?" Kethvar asked. "The parent organism carries the offspring for 9 months?" "Yes," Lisa said. "During this time, the baby grows from something smaller than a grain of sand to about the size of a watermelon." The yellow alien, Mythal, made loud musical sounds. His crystal turned from yellow to orange. "The parent organism must consume additional resources during this time?" "Yes," Amanda said. "The mother needs to eat more food and take special vitamins. The baby takes nutrients from the mother's body." The aliens were quiet for a moment. Their crystals all turned darker colors. Amanda realized they were thinking about how difficult this must be. "In our species," Kethvar said slowly, "when we reproduce, both new individuals are immediately independent. They need no care or resources from the parent. Human babies are different," Lisa said. "They need lots of care for many years." She showed the next image. It was a picture of a human baby growing inside its mother. The alien stared at the image in silence. "The offspring grows inside the parent?" Velfi asked. Her voice sounded higher than usual. "Yes," Lisa said. "The baby is connected to the mother through something called an umbilical cord. The mother's body feeds the baby and keeps it safe." The red alien, Felvan, made worried sounds. "But how does the offspring exit the parent organism?" Amanda and Leza looked at each other. This was the part they were worried about explaining. Well, Lisa said carefully, the baby has to come out through the mother's body. There's a special opening. It simply emerges? Cuthbert asked. Not exactly, Amanda said. The process is called labor. The mother's body has to work very hard to push the baby out. The alien's crystals started flashing different colors. Amanda had never seen them do this before. She thought it might mean they were confused or upset. Work hard? Mithil asked. What do you mean? Lisa showed the next image. It was a diagram of how a baby is born. The alien stared at it in silence. The baby is quite large, Lisa explained, and the opening is much smaller. The mother's body has to stretch and push to help the baby come out. The purple alien, who had been quiet until now, made a sound like a whistle. This causes discomfort. To the parent organism? Yes, Amanda said honestly. It can be very painful. The room was completely silent. The alien's crystals had all turned very dark colors. Amanda could hear the hum of the station's engines in the background. Painful? Cuthbert asked quietly. Yes, Lisa said. Human mothers are very brave. They go through this pain to bring their babies into the world. Velfi stood up suddenly. Her crystal was flashing between green and white. The parent organism experiences pain willingly? Yes, Amanda said. Mothers know it will hurt, but they do it anyway because they want to have their babies. The aliens started making musical sounds all at once. Their crystals were flashing rapidly. Amanda couldn't tell if they were excited or upset. Please, Cuthbert said, explain this pain. How severe is it? Lisa showed a video of a woman in labor. The woman was lying on a bed, breathing heavily. She was making sounds that showed she was in pain. The aliens watched the video in complete silence. Their crystals stopped flashing and turned very dark colors. This is normal? Thelvon asked. Yes, Amanda said. Every human mother goes through this, and the offspring. It cannot emerge any other way? Mithil asked. Well, sometimes doctors can help with surgery, Lisa explained. But most babies are born naturally like this. The aliens were quiet for a long time. Finally, Cuthbert spoke. In our studies of 12 different species, we have never encountered anything like this. Most species reproduce with no discomfort at all. What about the others? Amanda asked. The Threndi simply release their offspring into space, Cuthbert said. The young swim away immediately. The verdants grow new individuals from their branches. It is like growing a new leaf. The ethers reproduce by sharing energy. It is pleasant for them. But humans are different, Lisa said. Our way is harder, but it creates a special bond between mother and child. Bond? Velthi asked. The mother and baby love each other very much, Amanda explained. Because the mother went through so much to have the baby, she cares for it deeply. The aliens looked confused. Their crystals changed to lighter colors. Love? Cuthbert asked. This is an emotion? Yes, Amanda said. It's a very strong feeling. Human mothers love their babies more than anything. Dr. Kevin Ross had been sitting quietly in the corner. Now he spoke up. Maybe we should take a break. This is a lot of information. But the aliens wanted to continue. They had traveled so far to learn this information. Please, Cuthbert said, we must understand more. How long does this painful process last? It depends, Lisa said. For some mothers, it's only a few hours. For others, it can take a whole day or more. The aliens made shocked sounds. Their crystals flashed bright colors. An entire day of pain? Mithil asked. Sometimes, Amanda said, but the mothers have help. Doctors and nurses stay with them. Their families support them. And when it is over? Velthi asked. When it's over, the mother holds her baby for the first time, Lisa said. All the pain is forgotten because she's so happy to see her child. The aliens were quiet again. They seemed to be processing all this information. "We need to see this." "Process," Kethver said finally. "We need to observe human childbirth." Amanda felt her heart skip. "Observe? You want to watch a human birth?" "Yes," Kethver said. "We have observed reproduction in many species, but we have never seen anything like what you describe. We must document this remarkable process." Dr. Ross stood up. "I'm not sure that's a good idea. Childbirth is a very private and intense experience." "We understand," Kethver said. "But this is too important. Your species does something that defies all known biological logic. We must see it to understand it." Amanda looked at Lisa. They both knew this was a big decision. Allowing aliens to observe human childbirth would be historic, but it would also be very intense for everyone involved. "Let me talk to Captain Brooks," Amanda said. "And we'll need to find a mother who's willing to let you observe." The alien's crystals brightened. "We would be very grateful," Kethver said as the meeting ended. Amanda felt worried. The aliens had been shocked just by the explanation of human Earth. How would they react when they actually saw it happen? But she also felt excited. This was a chance to show the aliens something amazing about humanity. Human mothers were incredibly strong and brave. Maybe the aliens would understand that evening, Amanda spoke with Captain Brooks about the aliens' request. It was a difficult decision, but they agreed to try to find a volunteer. As Amanda went to sleep that night, she wondered what would happen when the aliens finally saw human childbirth. She had a feeling it would be more shocking than any of them expected. 2 days after the aliens requested to observe human childbirth, Amanda got good news. Rebecca Martinez, one of the station's engineers, was about to have her baby. Rebecca had volunteered to let the aliens watch. Rebecca was 28 years old with long black hair and a bright smile. She worked on the station's power systems. Her husband Danny worked there too. They had been married for 3 years and were very excited about their first baby. "Are you sure about this?" Amanda asked Rebecca. They were sitting in the medical bay. Rebecca was very pregnant and looked tired. "I'm sure," Rebecca said. "This is history, right? The first time aliens will see a human baby being born. I want to be part of that." Danny sat next to his wife. He was a quiet man with brown hair and kind eyes. "If Rebecca wants to do this, then I support her. But I'm worried about those aliens. They seemed pretty shocked when you just explained childbirth to them." Amanda nodded. "They were, but this is important for science and for understanding between humans and aliens." Dr. Kevin Ross was checking Rebecca's condition. "The baby should come in the next day or 2, he said. "Everything looks normal and healthy." Captain Brooks came into the medical bay. "The aliens are very grateful," she said. "They've been preparing their recording equipment. They want to document everything." "Just remember," Rebecca said, "this is my first baby. I don't know what to expect either." That evening, Amanda met with the aliens to prepare them for what they would see. The aliens had been very quiet since learning about human childbirth. Their crystals had stayed dark colors. "Tomorrow, you will see something very intense," Amanda told them. "Human childbirth is not easy to watch, even for humans." Kethvar. 4 eyes focused on Amanda. "We have observed many births across the galaxy. We believe we are prepared." "This is different," Amanda said. "You've never seen anything like this before." The aliens had set up their equipment in a special observation room. They would watch through a big window. The room had their recording devices and comfortable places to sit. "We will document everything," Velthi said. "This will be very valuable information for our people." The next morning, Rebecca started having contractions. These were the muscle movements that would help push the baby out. At first, they were not very strong. Rebecca could still walk around and talk normally. "It's starting," Rebecca told Amanda. "The contractions are getting stronger. Amanda called the aliens to the observation room. They came quickly, carrying their recording equipment. Their crystals were bright blue, which Amanda thought meant they were excited. "The process is beginning," Amanda told them. "At first, it will be slow, but it will get more intense." The aliens watched through the window as Rebecca walked around the medical bay. Danny was with her, holding her hand. Dr. Ross was monitoring everything. "The parent organism seems comfortable," Mithal observed. "This is just the beginning," Amanda said. "It will get much harder." As the hours passed, Rebecca's contractions got stronger. She started breathing heavily and making sounds of discomfort. The aliens watched everything with great interest. "The parent organism is experiencing distress," Velvon said. His crystal was changing from red to orange. "She's in pain," Amanda explained. "But this is normal. This is how human birth works." Rebecca began walking around the room, trying to deal with the pain. Sometimes she would stop and breathe deeply. Danny never left her side. "The male stays with the female during this process?" Cuthbert asked. "Yes," Amanda said. "Human partners support each other. Danny will stay with Rebecca through the whole birth." The aliens found this very interesting. In their species, reproduction was a solo process. The idea of partners helping each other was new to them. As the day went on, Rebecca's contractions got much stronger. She started making louder sounds. She couldn't walk around anymore and had to lie down on the bed. "The distress is increasing," Velfi said. Her green crystal was flashing rapidly. "Yes," Amanda said. "The baby is getting ready to be born." Dr. Ross checked Rebecca's progress. "You're doing great," he told her. "The baby is in the right position." Rebecca gripped Danny's hand tightly. "This hurts more than I thought it would," she said. "You're being so brave," Danny told her. "I'm proud of you." The aliens watched this exchange with great interest. Their crystals were changing colors rapidly. "The organisms are communicating during the trauma?" Cuthbert asked. "They're showing love and support," Amanda explained. "This helps Rebecca be strong." As evening approached, Rebecca's labor got much more intense. Her contractions were coming. Every few minutes, she was sweating and breathing heavily. The sounds she made showed she was in a lot of pain. The aliens had been very quiet for the past hour. Their crystals had all turned darker colors. Amanda could tell they were shocked by what they were seeing. "Dr. Clark," Velfi said quietly, "the parent organism ... is she in danger?" "No," Amanda said. "This is normal. Human mothers are very strong." But the aliens looked worried. They had never seen anything like this before. In their reproduction process, there was no pain at all. Seeing Rebecca in labor was completely outside their experience. "In our species," Cuthbert said, "if an organism experienced this level of distress, we would consider it a medical emergency. For humans, this is just how babies are born," Amanda said. "Rebecca is doing exactly what her body is designed to do." Dr. Ross was helping Rebecca get ready for the final part of birth. "The baby is coming," he said. "Rebecca, you need to push when you feel the next contraction." Rebecca nodded, even though she looked exhausted. "I'm ready," she said. The aliens pressed closer to the window. They could see that something important was about to happen. "Push, Rebecca," Dr. Ross said. "You're doing great." Rebecca pushed with all her strength. The effort was visible on her face. She made a loud sound that showed how hard she was working. The aliens jumped at the sound. Their crystals flashed bright colors. "The organism is using significant energy," Mithal said. His voice sounded worried. "She's pushing the baby out," Amanda explained. "This is the hardest part." Rebecca pushed again. This time, the top of the baby's head became visible. Dr. Ross smiled. "I can see the head," he said. "Keep going, Rebecca." The aliens saw the baby's head and made shocked musical sounds. There, crystals were flashing so rapidly they looked like strobe lights. "The offspring is emerging," Galdon said. His voice was very quiet. "Yes," Amanda said. "This is called crowning. The hardest part is almost over." But the aliens were not prepared for what they saw next. As the baby's head came out more, they could see how much Rebecca's body had to stretch. It looked painful and difficult. Velthy suddenly made a high-pitched sound. Her legs gave out, and she fell to the floor. Her crystal had turned completely white. "Velthy," Cuthbert called out. Amanda rushed to help the fallen alien. "Are you okay?" Velthy's translator was making strange sounds. Amanda couldn't understand what she was saying. "The visual input is too intense for her," Cuthbert explained. "She has never seen anything like this." Dr. Ross called from the medical bay. "One more push, Rebecca. The baby is almost here." Rebecca pushed with everything she had. The baby's head came out completely, then the shoulders, then the whole body slid out. "It's a girl," Dr. Ross announced. "She's beautiful and healthy." The baby started crying immediately. It was a strong, healthy cry that filled the room. But in the observation room, 2 more aliens had collapsed. Mithil and Thelvan were both on the floor, their crystals flashing weakly. Only Kethvar and 1 other alien were still standing. They were staring at the scene in complete shock. "The offspring survived the trauma," Kethvar said. His voice was barely a whisper. "Both mother and baby are fine," Amanda said. "This is a happy moment." In the medical bay, Rebecca was crying with joy. Danny was crying too. Dr. Ross placed the baby on Rebecca's chest. "She's perfect," Rebecca said. "Our little Emma." The baby stopped crying and looked at her mother with bright eyes. Even though she had just been born, she seemed to know that Rebecca was her mother. "Look at that," Danny said. "She knows you." Already, the aliens who were still standing watched this scene with amazement. They had never seen anything like the immediate bond between mother and child. "The parent and offspring recognize each other," Kethvar said. "Yes," Amanda said. "Human mothers and babies have a special connection." Kethvar's crystal was slowly changing from dark blue to purple. "We have witnessed something extraordinary," he said. "Your species endures significant trauma to create new life, and then immediately forms emotional bonds with the offspring." Amanda looked at the aliens who had collapsed. They were slowly recovering, but they still looked shocked. "Are your colleagues okay?" Amanda asked. "They will recover," Kethvar said. "But they have never experienced anything so intense. We are not prepared for the reality of human reproduction." In the medical bay, Rebecca was holding baby Emma. The baby was nursing, which was another shock to the aliens. "The offspring consumes resources from the parent after birth?" Kethvar asked. "Yes," Amanda said. "Human babies need their mother's milk for many months." Kethvar was quiet for a long time. Finally, he spoke. "Your species is remarkable. You endure pain and trauma to create life. You form immediate emotional bonds. You continue to provide resources after birth. This is unlike anything we have encountered." The other aliens were slowly standing up. They looked weak and confused. "We need time to process what we have seen," Kethvar said. This 12th day after Emma's birth, the aliens were very quiet. They stayed in their quarters and did not come out. Amanda was worried about them. She had never seen aliens act this way before. "Should we check on them?" Lisa asked. She and Amanda were drinking coffee in the dining hall. "I think we should give them some time," Amanda said. "What they saw yesterday was very intense." Captain Brooks joined them at the table. "I've been monitoring their communications," she said. "They're talking to each other constantly. Their language is very musical today. What do you think they're saying?" Lisa asked. "I don't know," Captain Brooks said. but they seem very upset. Dr. Kevin Ross came over to their table. Rebecca and Emma are doing great, he said. Emma is a healthy baby, and Rebecca is recovering well. That's wonderful, Amanda said. How is Rebecca feeling about the alien observation? She's proud, Dr. Ross said. She feels like she did something important for science. Later that morning, Cuthbert came to see Amanda. His crystal was a dark purple color. He looked tired. Dr. Clark, he said, we need to talk. Of course, Amanda said. How are you feeling? We are disturbed, Cuthbert said. What we witnessed yesterday challenges everything we understand about life and reproduction. They sat down in Amanda's office. Cuthbert moved slowly, as if he was carrying a heavy weight. In our species, Cuthbert said, reproduction is simple and painless. We have studied 12 other species across the galaxy. All of them reproduce easily, but humans ... We're different, Amanda said. You are impossible, Cuthbert said. By all logical standards, your species should not exist. The trauma of reproduction should have eliminated you long ago. Amanda felt a little hurt. We're not impossible. We're just ... strong. Strong, Cuthbert repeated. Yes, that is the word. But we do not understand why you choose to endure such suffering. We don't really choose it, Amanda said. It's just how we are. It's how human babies are born. Cuthbert's 4 eyes looked at Amanda carefully. But you could choose not to reproduce. You could avoid the pain entirely. Some people do choose that, Amanda said. But most humans want to have children. The joy of having a baby is worth the pain of birth. Joy? Cuthbert asked. You mentioned this emotion before. We do not fully understand it. Amanda thought about how to explain joy to an alien. Joy is a feeling of happiness and love. When Rebecca held Emma for the first time, she felt joy. All the pain was forgotten because she was so happy to have her baby. Cuthbert was quiet for a long time. We need to observe more, he said finally. We need to understand this joy you speak of. What do you mean? Amanda asked. We want to see the mother and offspring together. We want to understand the bond you described. Amanda smiled. I think Rebecca would be happy to show you. She's very proud of Emma. They went to the medical bay together. Rebecca was sitting up in bed, holding Emma. Danny was beside her, looking at his daughter with wonder. Look how tiny her fingers are, Danny said. She's perfect. Rebecca looked up when Amanda and Cuthbert entered. Hello, she said. How are you feeling after yesterday? Cuthbert moved closer to the bed. His crystal was still dark purple. We are processing what we witnessed. May we observe you and your offspring? Of course, Rebecca said. This is Emma. Emma was sleeping peacefully in her mother's arms. She was tiny and perfect, with soft black hair and pink cheeks. Cuthbert stared at the baby with all 4 eyes. She is very small, he said. All human babies are small when they're born, Rebecca said, but they grow quickly. And you feel joy when you look at her? Cuthbert asked. Rebecca smiled. Oh yes, I love her so much. I can't believe she's really mine. Even after the trauma you endured? Cuthbert asked. I would do it again tomorrow if I had to, Rebecca said. Having Emma was worth every minute of pain. Cuthbert's crystal flashed brightly. You would willingly experience that trauma again? For another baby like Emma? Yes, Rebecca said without hesitation. This seemed to shock Cuthbert even more. His crystal changed from purple to white. This makes no logical sense. Danny laughed softly. Love doesn't always make sense. But it's the most important thing in the world. Just then, Emma woke up and started crying. Rebecca immediately began rocking her and making soft sounds. It's okay, baby girl, she said. Mommy's here. The baby stopped crying and looked up at Rebecca with bright eyes. Emma seemed to know that this was her mother. "How does the offspring recognize you?" Cuthbert asked. "She knows my voice," Rebecca said. "She heard it for 9 months while she was inside me. She knows I'm her mama." Cuthbert watched as Rebecca fed Emma. The baby held onto Rebecca's finger while nursing. It was a peaceful, beautiful scene. "The offspring depends completely on the parent," Cuthbert observed. "Yes," Rebecca said. "Emma needs me for everything. Food, warmth, comfort, love. She'll need me for years." "And this does not burden you?" Rebecca looked surprised. "Burden me? No, it's wonderful. I want to take care of her. That's what mothers do." Cuthbert was quiet for several minutes, just watching Rebecca and Emma. His crystal slowly changed back to purple. "We must return to our quarters," he said finally. "We need to discuss what we have learned." After Cuthbert left, Amanda stayed with Rebecca for a while. "How do you feel about the aliens watching you?" she asked. "It's strange," Rebecca sighed. "They seem so shocked by everything that's normal to us. But I'm glad we could teach them something." That afternoon, Amanda was working in her lab when she heard loud musical sounds coming from the aliens' quarters. She went to investigate. Through the door, she could hear all 5 aliens making sounds together. Their music was different from before. It sounded sad and confused. Amanda knocked on the door. "Is everything okay?" Cuthbert opened the door. Behind him, Amanda could see the other aliens. 3 of them were lying on the floor. Their crystals were very pale. "They are still recovering from yesterday," Cuthbert explained. What they witnessed was too intense for their minds to process. "Are they sick?" Amanda asked with concern. "Not sick," Cuthbert said, "but very confused. In our species, we have never encountered anything that challenges our understanding so completely." Amanda looked at the fallen aliens. Velthy was making soft musical sounds. Her green crystal was flickering weakly. "Maybe we pushed too hard," Amanda said. "Maybe we should have prepared you better." "No," Cuthbert said. "No amount of preparation could have readied us for the reality of human reproduction. Your species defies all known laws of biology and evolution." "We're just being human," Amanda said. "That is exactly the problem," Cuthbert said. "You are just being human, but what that means is extraordinary." The next day, 2 more aliens collapsed. Only Cuthbert remained standing. He spent hours in the observation room, watching recordings of Emma's birth over and over again. Amanda found him there. In the evening. "You've been watching that all day," she said. "I am trying to understand," Cuthbert said. "How does a species survive when reproduction causes such trauma? How do mothers willingly endure such pain? How do you form such strong emotional bonds so quickly?" "Those are big questions," Amanda said. "They are questions that could change how we understand life itself," Cuthbert said. "We thought we knew about reproduction. We thought we understood how species survive and thrive. But humans have proven us wrong." Amanda sat down next to him. "What will you tell your people when you go home?" Cuthbert's crystal changed to a deep blue color. "I will tell them that we have encountered a species that should not exist by any logical standard. A species that chooses suffering in order to create life. A species that forms emotional bonds stronger than any we have observed." "And what do you think that means?" Amanda asked. "I think it means," Cuthbert said slowly, "that humans are the strongest species in the galaxy." This surprised Amanda. "Strong? But we're not the biggest or the fastest or the smartest." "No," Cuthbert agreed. "But you endure what no other species would survive. You choose pain for the sake of love. You sacrifice yourselves for your offspring. Without question, this is a strength we have never encountered." That night, Amanda visited Rebecca and Emma again. The baby was growing already. She seemed bigger and stronger than the day before. "How are you feeling?" Amanda asked Rebecca. "Tired, but happy," Rebecca said. "Being a mother is the best thing I've ever done." "Even after all the pain?" Amanda asked. Rebecca looked down at Emma, who was sleeping peacefully in her arms. "The pain lasted hours, but this love will last forever." Amanda thought about what Kethvar had said. Maybe humans really were strong in a way that aliens couldn't understand. Not strong like a machine or a weapon, but strong in spirit and heart. Next morning, Amanda found that another alien had collapsed. Now only Kethvar and one other alien were still functioning normally. The others were recovering slowly, but they were clearly overwhelmed by what they had learned. "We may need to end our visit early," Kethvar told Amanda. "My colleagues are not handling this information well." "I'm sorry," Amanda said. "We didn't mean to upset any." A week had passed since Emma's birth. The aliens were slowly recovering from their shock. 3 of them could now walk around normally, though their crystals remained pale colors. Only Velfi was still having trouble. She spent most of her time lying down, making soft musical sounds. Amanda visited the aliens every day to check on them. She felt responsible for their condition. She had not expected them to react so strongly to human childbirth. "How is Velfi today?" Amanda asked Kethvar. "Better," Kethvar said. "She is beginning to accept what she witnessed. But it has changed her understanding of life completely." "Changed how?" Amanda asked. "Before coming here, Velfi believed that pain was always bad," Kethvar explained. "In our species, pain means something is wrong. But humans experience pain to create something beautiful. This concept is very difficult for her to understand." Amanda nodded. "It's difficult for us to understand sometimes, too. But it's just how we are." Kethvar's crystal had returned to its normal blue color. He seemed calmer than before. "We have been discussing what we learned. We want to share our conclusions with you." "I'd like to hear them," Amanda said. Kethvar called the other aliens together. Even Velfi came, though she moved slowly and her crystal was still very pale. "Dr. Clark," Kethvar began, "we came here to study human reproduction. We thought it would be a simple scientific observation. We were wrong." The other aliens made soft musical sounds of agreement. "What we witnessed was not just reproduction," Kethvar continued. "We witnessed courage, strength, love, and sacrifice. We saw things that our species has never experienced." Velfi spoke for the first time in days. Her voice was quiet and shaky. "Human mothers choose to suffer for their offspring. This is beyond our understanding. But we are beginning to see why," added Mithiel, the yellow alien. "The bond between human parent and child is stronger than anything we have observed." Amanda felt proud, but also curious. "What will you do with this information?" "We will return to our homeworld," Kethvar said. "We will share what we learned with our people. But we will also warn them." "Warn them?" Amanda asked, concerned. "We will warn them that humans are not what they appear to be," Kethvar explained. "Humans appear to be a normal species. But you are extraordinary. You possess a strength that other species do not have." Felvan, the red alien, spoke up. "In our studies of reproduction across the galaxy, we rate species on their survival abilities. Before coming here, we would have rated humans as average. And now?" Amanda asked. "Now we would rate humans as the strongest species we have ever encountered," Felvan said. This surprised Amanda. "But we're not the biggest or the fastest. Physical strength is not the only kind of strength," Kethvar said. "Humans have strength of spirit. You endure what would destroy other species. You choose pain for the sake of love." Captain Brooks joined the conversation. "What does this mean for relations between our species?" "It means we respect humans much more than before," Kethvar said. It means we understand that humans are capable of things we never imagined. Over the next few days, the aliens spent time with Rebecca and Emma. They watched how Rebecca cared for her baby. They saw how Danny supported his family. They observed the love that surrounded the new baby. The human offspring is helpless, Velthy observed. She was feeling better and could speak normally again. Yes, Rebecca said. Emma depends on us for everything. But you do not resent this dependence? Velthy asked. Rebecca looked surprised. Resent it? No. I love taking care of her. She's my baby. In our species, Velthy said, offspring are independent immediately. Parents have no responsibilities after reproduction. That sounds lonely, Rebecca said. The best part of having a baby is getting to love her and watch her grow. The aliens found this concept fascinating. They had never considered that dependence could create love instead of burden. Human families stay connected for life, Danny explained. Parents love their children forever. Children love their parents forever. Forever? Mythil asked. Forever, Danny confirmed. Emma will always be our daughter, even when she's grown up with children of her own. The aliens spent hours discussing this idea among themselves. Their reproduction created new individuals, but no lasting relationships. Human reproduction created families that lasted for generations. This explains much about human behavior, Cuthbert told Amanda. Humans are willing to sacrifice for their families. This makes you stronger as a group. We take care of each other, Amanda agreed. As the aliens prepared to leave, they asked to observe Rebecca and Emma one more time. This time, they were not shocked or overwhelmed. Instead, they watched with respect and admiration. Look how gently she holds the offspring, Velthy said. Look how the offspring responds to her voice, added Mythil. Look how the male protects. Both of them observed Thelvu N. Emma was now a week old. She was growing stronger every day. When she cried, Rebecca knew exactly how to comfort her. When she was hungry, Rebecca fed her. When she was tired, Rebecca rocked her to sleep. The bond between them grows stronger each day, Cuthbert noted. That's how human love works, Rebecca said. The more time we spend together, the more we love each other. On their last day at the station, the aliens held a special ceremony. They wanted to honor Rebecca for showing them something extraordinary. Rebecca Martinez, Cuthbert said formally, you have taught us about the strength of the human spirit. You have shown us that love is more powerful than pain. You have changed our understanding of life itself. Rebecca was holding Emma, who was sleeping. Peacefully, I just had a baby, Rebecca said. I did what any human mother would do. That is exactly why you are remarkable, Cuthbert said. What you call normal, we call extraordinary. The aliens gave Rebecca a gift. It was a small crystal that glowed with soft blue light. This crystal will grow as your offspring grows, Cuthbert explained. It will remind you that your courage has touched lives across the galaxy. Rebecca accepted the gift with tears in her eyes. Thank you. This means so much to me. As the aliens prepared to board their ship, they said goodbye to everyone on the station. But they spent the most time with Rebecca and Emma. May your offspring grow strong and healthy, Velthy said. May your family know happiness and love, added Mythil. May your courage inspire others, said Thelvu N. Finally, Cuthbert spoke. Rebecca Martinez and Emma Martinez, you have changed how we see humanity. You have shown us that strength comes in many forms. You have taught us that love is the most powerful force in the universe. Rebecca kissed Emma's forehead. Say goodbye to our alien friends, baby girl. As if she understood, Emma opened her eyes and looked at the aliens. For a moment, everyone was quiet, looking at the tiny human who had taught them so much. She will. grow up in a galaxy that understands humans better because of what happened here, Amanda said. Yes, Kethver agreed. And she will grow up knowing that her birth was witnessed by beings from across the stars. The aliens boarded their ship and prepared to leave. Through the station's windows, everyone watched as the crystal ship slowly moved away from Europa. What do you think they'll tell their people? Lisa asked. They'll tell them that humans are stronger than anyone imagined, Amanda said. They'll tell them that human mothers are the bravest beings in the galaxy. Captain. Brooks smiled. Not a bad reputation to have. A month later, Amanda received a message from the aliens. They had reached their homeworld and shared their findings with their people. The message was from Kethver. Dr. Clark, the message said, our people are fascinated by what we learned about humans. Many want to visit your species to learn more about human families and human love. We have started a new field of study called emotional biology to understand how feelings can make species stronger. We have also changed our reproduction policies. Our people are now encouraged to stay connected with their offspring after birth. We want to try to create the kind of bonds that humans have. Please tell Rebecca that Emma's birth is now studied by biology students across our planet. Her courage is inspiring a new generation of scientists. We will always remember what we learned on your station. Humans are not just another species. You are teachers, showing the galaxy that love is the greatest strength of all. Amanda shared the message with Rebecca. Rebecca was in her quarters, playing with Emma, who was now much bigger and more alert. Look, Emma, Rebecca said, holding the message. You're famous across the galaxy. Emma gurgled happily and reached for the paper. Do you think she understands someday how important her birth was? Rebecca asked. I think she understands that she was born into a species that values love above everything else, Amanda said. And that's the most important lesson of all. Months later, more alien species began visiting the station. Word had spread throughout the galaxy about human reproduction and human families. Scientists from many different worlds wanted to study human love and human strength. Each time Amanda told the story of Emma's birth and the aliens who collapsed from shock, she felt proud of humanity. Humans were not the biggest or the strongest or the smartest species in the galaxy, but they were the most loving. They were the species that chose to endure pain for the sake of creating life.